Good morning, buenos dias, and guten Tag. I've just been missing something recently. Um, it's been a way of expressing myself in a sense that goes a bit beyond the superficial level. We've got ways of expressing ourselves. A lot of it I perceive to be on the surface. If you take Facebook, for example, we're looking at images for what might perceivably be someone's life. But they're not. They're not showing you much. They're showing you flash images, moments of that person's life. And social media, by its nature, aims to project an image which is not always accurate. And it is very often a mask of something underneath, which is the real person. If you see lots of images of the same person over and over in a positive, upbeat, adventurous environment, that could lead you to think that's that person's life. They are positive, upbeat, adventurous people. And that might be the case. How much of that person's life do you really know? I mean, when was the last time you actually spoke to that person in any depth? So, as I'm a social media user myself, I occasionally drag myself away from posting for a while I look at other people's posts. And I don't always understand what I'm looking at because I am aware of problems that exist in people's lives, but I'm aware that they don't appear to be present in their profile. In other words, some people are good at hiding their problems. That's not a bad thing, but it doesn't deal with an issue. And I think it's an issue that I've noticed has been getting worse. As I work in, among other things, social research, I speak to a lot of people and I see a lot of people's inner lives in the sense that I go into their houses, I meet their families, I see what goes on. I tend to observe certain trends, a pattern of behaviour, and I recognise trends that I share. And I think, I wonder how much these people are aware that they are in a routine, what you might call autopilot, to use a aviation term. Autopilot being you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and you're not really having to think too much about it. You see it when you're on the roads, when you've got somebody in front of you putting their makeup on in the car or looking at their mobile phone. They're not focused on what they're doing in the sense of, am I driving in a safe manner? Am I aware of all the hazards around me? Am I taking due care and attention, using my mirrors, all that kind of stuff? They're probably listening to music, they're probably chatting on their Bluetooth device, car speaker, whatever. They're anywhere but present and focused on the purpose of driving up from A to B. And if they are, they're constantly being distracted. So you see it all the time. It usually ends up with someone bumping into someone or what I call near misses. I've had a few near misses recently. I found in the 20 years I've been back in North Lanarkshire, there seems to be an increase in the volume of traffic. I came from London, where it was a rat race, as everyone knows, to driving in North Lanarkshire, which was fun. originally. It was a fairly driver-friendly environment compared to London, but that's deteriorated. I've noticed over years, and the the way that we treat each other, I think, is deteriorated. And I don't think social media has filled the void. I think it's actually helped to create the void. Um, a lot of people will question this. What's he talking about? You use social media. I've seen you on social media. um, just to highlight one aspect of social media, as I look at a lot of people's statistics, one of the statistics that's struck me recently is there's an increase in mental health problems. And that's been on the go for a while. COVID pandemic didn't help that, but it's increased. And there seems to be a correlation between use of social media and individual mental health. Not everyone's going to agree with that because they're not interested in statistics and they think, oh, statistics equals lies, because they've heard this on the internet or social media. Government uses statistics and other public bodies use statistics. And they try to tell us, a cat's a fish, or a frog's a goat, or or a pig's a mutant. That's my wee friend there. It's only when it listens to me, don't you? So, Harry, I want people to start becoming more aware of their autopilot and question why they do what they do and how beneficial it is. I was going to drag my family into this, but I'm not going to. Other than to say things on the surface can appear hunky-dory, but underneath, that's not always the case. And I think the answer to that, some people, there's various tactics and strategies people use to cope. I like to meditate and have been doing for a few years now. It's difficult to find time. You're a husband, a father, a provider, a worker. You're on the go a lot. And then when do you meditate? It's like you literally need to grab a bit of the time out of your day, whether it's meditating, prayer, whether it's just reading a book, reading scriptures, whatever it is you do. Gives you a little bit of silence, a wee bit of quiet time in your day. A pet, whatever it takes. I want everyone that's watching this to start thinking, have I got enough quiet time in my life? Because it's the downtime, it's those quiet times when your mind gets a break. You're constantly thinking about stuff. Have you noticed that? You're constantly planning things. You're constantly looking either forward or behind you, at your future or your past. You're never present for very long in the course of your day. You're not aware of it because you're on autopilot. That's my message. I'll leave it there. Have a good day.